Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Tips to Unleash Your Amazing. Hope everybody is having a fabulous start to their week. Today, I wanted to talk to you about emotional intelligence and awareness. And, why is there so much talk about emotional intelligence? Somebody with high emotional intelligence has the ability to really manage their own impulses. They communicate with other people effectively. They're able to manage their own mindset, solve problems well, and a lot of times they're going to use humor to build rapport with others in tense situations. They have empathy, and they can remain optimistic in the face of adversity. And I think that is a really big life skill because let's just face it, there is a lot of adversity in life. As humans, we are here to learn and to grow, and we get our best lessons through adversity. And so being able to keep a good mindset through that is really important for our development. So they have more clarity. So now more than ever, developing our awareness of self is important, not just for us, but also for the world around us. I want you to think about right now, former President Trump. Now he, I think, did a lot of really great things for our community on a business level. But his level of emotional intelligence really left a lot to be desired. And so if he was able to have really grown his emotional intelligence skills, then people would have really been able to engage better with him. But when you're out there and you're not able to be aware of who you are, and so awareness, self-awareness, is the ability to recognize and understand your moods, emotions, and drives, as well as the effect that they have on other people. You have to accurately understand your strengths as well as your limitations. So when we can be fully aware of our strengths, understand and accept our shadow qualities, and then integrate them into just the best version of ourselves, the world can really begin to heal. The next part of emotional intelligence or emotional quotient is self-regulation. So first you got to be aware, and then you have to learn to regulate your emotions when you're triggered. So self-regulation is the ability to control and redirect our disruptive impulses or moods. And that is a practice in itself that takes time and patience. And what you need to be able to do is suspend judgment of yourself and others and really think before you act. Be able to take personal responsibility for your actions and be accountable for your personal performance. So if we think about human design, 53% of the population have what's called this defined emotional solar plexus. And these people will ride, there's 4 different emotional waves. And depending on what channels they have active, their wave will look a little bit like this, or maybe like this, or it could be this, just depending. And so looking at your chart and understanding what your emotional wave is and making sure that you're not making any rash decisions when you're either in the high or the low of your wave, but more when you're at more neutral confidence is really important for this population. The other 47% of the population will take the emotional wave triggers of those people, and they will amplify that energy. So if they're not aware that they do this, then we have all of these people out there that are emotionally unregulated and triggering each other. And so I think that understanding yourself and, again, developing your awareness is really one of the main keys to really healing our community, healing the world. Social awareness so that's number 3 in the EQ quadrant. Social awareness is the ability to understand the emotional makeup of other people and how your words and actions affect them. So think about this as empathy. Who in your life is the most triggering and why? How can we heal those relationships? Or maybe it's about limiting our time with those people. That is also a part of, self-regulation, is when you are on your own healing journey, sometimes you have to set boundaries and limit time with people that can be emotionally triggering for you. So social regulation is the ability to influence the emotional clarity of other people through managing relationships and building networks. So understanding how our own individual actions can be triggering to others, this goes back again to the awareness of self first, then being willing to support other people in a way that nurtures the relationship and their well-being. So, regulating and helping to nurture other people and understanding where they're coming from in different situations is really important. I know that a lot of times in life, then personalities and behaviors can conflict. And we like to think that it's always the other person's fault that we're conflicting. But sometimes it's really our misunderstanding or our miscommunication of needs, or not giving somebody else enough time to effectively do their job and to help us in different situations, depending on what the specifics is. And would be happy to chat about anything specific if you want to put something in the comments, and we can chat about that for sure. But just understanding other people, begin to really understand, heal ourselves and heal our relationships. The last part of emotional quotient is about motivation, which is a passion to work for reasons that go beyond the external drive for knowledge, money, surroundings, other people. It is, this will show up as an initiative to take on additional projects or be optimistic in the face of adversity, always striving to improve. Like your motivation, having a high level of motivation means that you're just willing to do the things that are necessary to become more successful. So it takes 7 years for our cells to regenerate. And so I think that that's the most important reason that you should always start today. Start today to learn and to grow and to build on each of your skills, because it could take up to 7 years for that to really integrate into your DNA and for you to see the results. Don't let that keep you from growing. Help it motivate you to decide to take action in your life. I began the intenseness of my healing journey, after my husband passed, but it was about a year and a half later. So at this point, it has been about 7 years since I started the healing process. And I can definitely tell how things have really shifted in the last year for sure, but even more intensely in the last 4 or 5 months since I really leaned into studying more human design as well as gene keys, and letting the gates of my design really integrate into my DNA. Learning to really accept who I am and integrate my gifts with the shadow qualities, and not try to feel shame about some of the behaviors or some of the qualities that aren't always the best, because we're humans. We are going to make mistakes. And when we begin to shame ourselves over past mistakes, what we do is delay our healing. So I just really encourage you to kind of start where you are and learn to really embrace your strengths, understand your limitations, and find the needed support to get you to where you want to go. I think that when we can consciously work through what we're here to do, what our soul's purpose is, that we can speed up that process a little bit. But it all just goes back to each person deciding to take the steps to heal themselves, starting with awareness, compassion, and self-love. So some of the feedback that I regularly get from clients is how focused they become after working with me. How they really are learning to accept themselves, understand themselves, and those around them. So if you are looking to grow your life and your business, I would just invite you to send me a message. Let's have a chat. Would love to be a part of your growth journey. Hope that you're having a wonderful Tuesday, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.